So we're here at Didsbury Mosque, and this place was firebombed a few days ago, and the police are still looking for the perpetrator. But it's important to understand the context behind this, because this mosque has been at the centre of a lot of mainstream media demonisation in the past few years, because the Manchester Arena bomber Salman Abedi actually basically prayed here a few times. And since then, you've had Tommy Robinson doorstepping the mosque. You've had Osama Hassan from the Quilliam Foundation saying that this mosque calls for jihad, which the police have already cleared them of doing. And generally, mainstream media demonisation linking this masjid with jihad ultimately. So, Mr. Muhammad, tell me what happened here, please.
Friday midnight, just 10 minutes before midnight, we saw on our CCTV the footage that we saw that around that time a man came through that gate. He walked all the way to this position here, and after maybe 30 seconds or 40 seconds he left and walked out this way. So this is what we saw on our CCTV. And then soon after, while he was still walking across the road, two ladies were near the post box behind you there, and they saw the flames. And we can see on our footage that they have been, they tried to call the police or the fire service. And as they were doing this, some young men came and saw the flames, and they took it upon themselves to put off the flames. All this happened within maybe a minute or 2 minutes. All this from start to finish. And we consider ourselves very lucky that these people were there in time, and they not only they were there, but they took the right action. And these two gentlemen that did what they did, they knew what they were doing, because they used their coats to put it off and from a safe distance, so they didn't harm themselves. So we were very lucky to have the right people in the right time to do the right thing.
What could have happened if somebody hadn't arrived to rescue the situation?
I think the building would have been consumed by fire in few minutes, not more than that. So devastating, absolutely devastating if these people didn't come in time. But this heroic act of these gentlemen who came in here, they don't know what they have done, but they have saved a very beautiful building, as you have seen, and it's irreplaceable really, to replace all this architecture from inside, the quality of the wood that's being used, and so on. So we are so grateful and so thankful to Allah first and foremost, and for these gentlemen and the ladies who called the service in time.
If the fire would have managed to have come through the door, it would have got hold of the carpet or the amount of wood that is in this building. I'm sorry, this is the electric cupboard. So, it really would have taken hold. The fire, it would have intensified the fire.
Could have literally lit up the whole place.
Yeah, it would have lit it all up. Especially, there's a balcony above here, so this is where all the wooden floor for the balcony as well. So, and the carpet's quite thick. So, I hate to think what could have happened.
Lucky escape.
Yeah. On Saturday, I had a choked feeling in my chest all day, and I was trying to be positive and going round trying to lift people's spirits up, saying Alhamdulillah, Allah put the people there at the right time to stop this fire. But inside there was this choke, and I wanted to cry quite a few times, because it was just an incredible sadness that somebody wanted to do that.
The campaign of demonisation against the masjid and the attack, do you think they're linked in any way?
Possible. We cannot be sure, but it is possible. I mean, people, they have all sorts of ideas, and when they hear things like that, without investigating further, they are affected by whatever they hear in the media, and it'll definitely affect, but we cannot be sure the motive of this person who did it, why he did it. This person, he knew what he was doing. The doors of this masjid, they are all aluminium, and they are, difficult to catch fire. These are the only two wooden doors that we have out of all the doors around the masjid. So he knew where to come, and the timing, midnight, he knows that there is no activity in the masjid, nobody there to see the fire and try to put it off, so inflicting maximum damage. And of course the canisters to make sure that this fire catches on very quickly. So it is well prepared act. Unfortunately, if you look at the history of this masjid, we have always had for years an open door policy, and we always engaged with the community around us. Our neighbors come and visit us, come and ask what you want to ask, come and know this place, come and enjoy this place with us. And this would be evident from the vigil that we had on Saturday on a very short notice. It happened Friday midnight, then Saturday in the afternoon we had a lot of people here, and mostly the neighbors and the surrounding community, who we are very grateful to. They came to show support and to say this is not acceptable in any way. And maybe we would go out of our way a little bit and maybe invite that person to come and talk to us. We learn from each other. We will learn from him, he will learn from us, and at the end of the day we'll see if we are doing something wrong. We will correct it. If not, if he needs to know more things, he will know it.
I just want to really go on to elaborate more about the wonderful and the amazing support that the community has given to us. We had a Heritage Open Day yesterday, and people were just turning up on bikes, in cars, who had just finished work to come and give messages to us, that they're here if we need them. They'll need them for anything. They will come out and help and be hands-on. But it was so nice. We've had biscuits dropped off, we've had chocolates given to us, the messages of support, the messages we've had through Facebook, email, they have been absolutely amazing. They really, really have. We're actually quite overwhelmed with how wonderful they've actually all been.
So I've been in this area a few hours now, and it's a very posh, well-to-do area, and this mosque is probably frequented by professional people, and obviously members of the local community. They have very good relations with the non-Muslims in this community, by the way. I've been to a lot of mosques, both in Britain and around the world, and I know what a radical mosque is. This ain't a radical mosque. I would describe it as a very moderate mosque. And I just think the mainstream media should get their house in order and stop linking this mosque with one deranged, murderous individual who prayed here once or twice. And Salman Abedi, he went to school around here. Does that mean the school was a radicalizing school, a radical school? He probably went to KFC, probably went to McDonald's. Should they be blamed for radicalization? The mainstream media needs to understand that hate reporting leads to hate incidents. They really need to get their house in order, and they really need to basically stop demonizing the Muslim community. This mosque had a lucky escape. The guy tried to firebomb it. If the two individuals hadn't saved the day, literally this whole place would have gone up in flames. And could it be a matter of time, with this climate of hate that Muslims have to go through in this country, could it be a matter of time when one radicalized individual manages to burn down a mosque with loads of people inside it? I don't think that is a faraway possibility myself.